Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri, and is the world's first single barrel only liquor store. This business is owned and operated by Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution list. That way you'll know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and what barrel picks they have in the works. We are also sponsored by The Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for yourself, a customized gift, or logo items for your business or event, The Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. Use the number 2 when you type out The Bar to Go. Did you know Neely Family Distillery now ships its popular distilled spirits directly to you? To order, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we complete a bracket challenge to determine what brand we would buy and give back to a family member if we had Jeff Bezos type of money. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Luke Otero, Lenny Eckstein, and Danny Kennard.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Guys.
Greetings.
Greetings. So I've got the question for you. And again, we got a good bracket challenge today. If we have Jeff Bezos money, who would we make, friends with here by giving them back their family brand that has been sold off? So we'll get to that after the break, though. For now, I got to thinking today. The warden says to me, "Hey, it's National Soft Ice Cream Day," or something like that. I'm like, soft ice cream? What the heck does that even? Is that like Dairy Queen? Well, that's ice milk. That has a different day. So, but you get to there's literally like a dozen different items every day because everything has its own day. And that got me to thinking, there is one day that only comes around once every 4 years. That's February 29th. What is worthy of only being celebrated every 4 years? So February 29th, that's the official day of, and I said, maybe it would be something like, National Mother-in-Law Celebration Day, February 29th. So you only got to deal with it every 4 years, something like that. I don't know. What do you think would be something that would be just not good enough to celebrate every year, but maybe every 4 years is enough?
This is a good question.
Yeah, but probably when you needed to research, I probably needed to send that out earlier.
Yeah.
Because as you think of it now, you're like, mine's drawing a blank. But it is.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think about what do I kind of like, but I don't like that much. So.
Yeah.
I've got one.
Okay.
So we all have pets, I believe. Cat, dog, parrot, rats, whatever. Celebrate your pet animal for that every 4 years.
Every 4 years, you get to celebrate your pet animal. What about flavored whiskeys? Let's bring it back to the show thing. And there's enough. There's not very many that are good, but there's some that are good.
Peach Whiskey Day. That's it.
Peach Whiskey Day.
Malort Day.
Malort Day. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Every 4 years,
so
February 29th. It's National Malort Day. Yeah, that could be.
I think Chicago has one of those though, and I think it's yearly.
Yeah.
But only the city of Chicago.
That's not national though. That's Chicago Day.
True.
Yeah. National Malort Day is February 29th. Put it out there. Yeah.
I want to pick something where I get gifts because I like gifting holidays. So
you like gifting holidays?
Yeah. I'm trying to think here.
What could be?
Take a different holiday from another country. Like is Canada Boxing Day?
Yeah, they've got Boxing Day.
Yeah.
Maybe
so American Boxing Day is every 4 years. Every 4
Sure.
years we have Boxing Day.
Then maybe it's actual boxing.
Yeah, well, that'd be kind of good. That'd be good. So, I don't know. Anything from you, Danny? You come up with anything?
No, I'm drawing a blank.
Okay, fair enough. I'll tell you what. This store that I've opened has opened us up to so many new people coming in, and they're discovering the podcast, and every single one of them, not one person has ever come in and said anything other than this. It's not Steve, it's not McNew, it's not Miss Becca Sue, Lenny, or anybody else. It's not Luke. Every person comes in and says, "Boy, that Danny is something else." We had another guy in yesterday. It was like, "Hey, I started listening to your podcast, man. That's good stuff. Boy, that guy's crazy, man." I was like, "Oh,
That's awesome.
yeah." Yeah, everybody likes Danny. You'll just have to start coming in and just parking yourself at the store on Saturday so you can meet your fans. Yeah.
I think it's going to be cool when somebody recognizes Danny like in a snowplow this winter and be like, "Hey, you're the guy with the Bourbon.
Yes.
Follow in my street."
Yeah.
I liken his reputation to our old guest, Gail the Snail.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I touched base with Gail the Snail this week. I'm trying to get her to come back on some show. She wants to. She's always got something going on. She started working at her in-laws own a restaurant. It's a fast food place. And I was going to try to get her to come on tonight, but they have like the Indiana County something fair. There's some state fair, county fair or something.
Oh, she's in Ohio. It's probably
Ohio.
the Dark County Fair. It's a big deal.
Yeah, so she's their restaurant set up at the fair, whatever it is.
And I go, going to Danny's personality, and once again, Lenny was just the sprinter small talk, which I liked, by the way. But him and Becca Sue got after it.
Oh yeah.
I was blown away.
Lenny, that took a life of its own.
I know. I was like, "Whoa, what did I ignite?"
Right.
It's unreal.
Yeah.
Well, Steve, if I start hanging out there on Saturdays, I'll have to start bringing in my barbecue grill, and we can have cooking with Danny.
Okay, cooking with Danny. That'll
That'd
be
be
good.
awesome.
And people would like that.
Mm-hmm.
Becca likes being on shows with Danny because she likes yelling at Danny for some reason. I have no idea why she likes yelling at Danny. That's one of her hobbies. Likes yelling at Danny.
Certainly, she vented that night.
Oh yeah, she. But I don't know if she's yelling at Danny as much as she yells at Freddie. Maybe it's more Freddie stuff. So.
Oh, actually, every 4 years should be Freddie Mills Day, and we all take night out.
There we go.
That's it.
There you go.
Freddie Mills Day.
And we make his famous popcorn recipe, the Freddie's popcorn recipe.
Freddie's popcorn with the 9 ounce. Yes.
Or the bottomless peach cobbler.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yes.
It's gonna be better than like Festivus. There's gonna be so many great traditions. It's gonna be so good.
We finally figured it out. It all came full circle
It did.
when we come back to it. What were you going to say there, Lenny?
Well, nothing. Just I was going to clarify to Danny, like you weren't all that wrong about your assessment of like northern versus southern peach cobbler.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not quite bottomless. But we'll save that for another discussion.
Lenny did a lot of research afterwards. He put in a lot of time.
You were onto something though. So my apologies for doubting you.
Yeah. So there you go.
I know my cobblers.
Yeah.
That's one thing I'm serious about.
He's very serious about his cobbler. So, all right. Well, there you go. That is a little bit of small talk. And yes, I think we finally figured it out at the end. It's National Freddie Mills Day. It's going to come every 4 years, February 29th. And I believe, Danny, good news for you. Coming up this next year, you're going to have National Freddie Mills Day. So.
First one.
Yeah, first one. Everybody get your tarps through the ABV shop. You gotta get your couch tarp. All right. Well, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with McNew. McNew, what do you got there?
I have a Nashville barrel pick from the 859 tap room.
Okay. Whoa, that's really good. All right. Next up is Luke.
All right.
Tough to beat there, Luke. That was a good cork pop.
Yeah, but I'm going to give it a whirl. I've got the Hidden Barn brand new bottle Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. When I was there 3 weeks ago, stopped in at Westport.
Yeah,
Steve,
they have it.
And they had just gotten in a 6-pack, and Chris said, "You can have one, Luke." So
Perfect.
I was hoping I could get on your podcast soon. So here we go.
Here we go.
I'm really looking forward to this.
All right.
Here we go.
Okay, that was good. Not as good as McNew's, though. Not as good as McNew's. Yeah. It was quite good, but yeah. All right. Lenny.
God. I was going to go screw top after McNews just because I don't want to waste something good. But I'm going to – I've got a an unopened bottle, so I'm going to try this one.
Okay.
Some Blade and Bow.
Blade and Bow. Okay. No.
Good for me.
Silence.
Yeah, definitely Mike Muffle.
The key. Yeah.
The key got you for sure. I got J. Henry. This bottle is, I don't know, 4/5 empty, so I'm not expecting much, which is good because McNew had a good one. So here we go. Nah, nothing. All right, Danny, you're last but not least. What do you got?
All right, I've got me a single barrel of wood hat from the ABV Barrel Shop.
All right. Okay, that won because it's from the ABV Barrel Shop. It gets a little boost in the score. No, McNew won that fair and square. So there you go. Cheers, gang.
Cheers.
All right, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, it's going to be time to do this bracket challenge. What brand would we give back to a company founder's family if we had Jeff Bezos type of money? We'll do that in just a few. Let's talk about the people who make these shows happen. First up is the ABV Barrel Shop. It is the most unique shopping experience in the world of bourbon, as the ABV Barrel Shop only sells single barrels. Owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot select. With over 100 distilleries on board to sell us barrels, we are home to the most unique and diverse barrel pick selections in the bourbon world. By signing up for our email, you will always know what we have in stock. In addition to the single barrels, we'll have a gift shop featuring ABV Barrel Shop as well as ABV Network merchandise. We are partnering with vendors like Art Eatables and Old Man Bay Signs to bring you unique items you can't find anywhere else. We will also have a 24-seat classroom where we are offering educational and fun classes like Breakfast and Bourbon, a series where we pair donuts and bourbon, customer barrel picks, and opportunities to learn from master distillers and other bourbon dignitaries. Best of all, we feature a tasting bar where you can try before you buy. All of this is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. If you are in the St. Louis area, please stop by to say hi. If you're traveling in from outside the area, please take advantage of our hotel rates with the Drury Inn and Pear Tree Inn, less than a mile from our shop. This can be done via the links in our Visit St. Louis section on our website. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to plan your trip. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. Hi, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network. We're sponsored by the Stave and Thief Society. This is where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge a bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification program available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Okay, let's talk about the Neely Family Distillery. In 2018, I met Royce Neely at an industry event. He started appearing on our shows, and we became friends during my frequent trips to Kentucky. Today, he is amongst the leaders of young distillers leaving their mark on the bourbon industry. A visit to Neely Family Distillery yields insight on their unique family history, why their products are special, and gives you the opportunity to taste their whiskey, moonshine, and creams. Check them out at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com or visit them in Sparta, Kentucky.
Hi, this is Rick Brenner, and you are listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Shouldn't it be the legend?
Maybe.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we have a bracket challenge to see what brand we would buy with Jeff Bezos' money.
Yes, we are. So if we had Jeff Bezos type of money, you know what? We could literally buy any company, when it's any of the bourbon companies. And you might say, well, they're not for sale. You know what? If you got enough money, anything's for sale. And he does have enough money where he could afford to buy any of them. You know, even if it's like, well, what if it was $3 billion? Well, he could pay $3 billion if he really wanted something. So that's the type of money we're talking here. You're able to buy things that aren't for sale. I'm not saying any of these are actually for sale at all. Probably quite the opposite of that. None of them are for sale, but we'll have some fun with it. So your contenders are as follows. Yellowstone, and if we could get that back, we would give it back to Steve Beam. And you could say, well, wait, he's got it already, but he had to give up like part of his distillery and the whole thing. I'm just talking about free and clear. Limestone Branch owns Yellowstone, so no clauses or anything like that. They just flat out own it. J.W. Dant, I would, if we get that, we would give it to Wally Dant, and he could take his log still distillery and call it J.W. Dant if he wanted. The Wathans, I would get that to Turner Wathan, and he's got his rum company, but he could also have a whiskey company. T.W. Samuels, now also a Heaven Hill brand, I would give that to the Samuels family. So Rob Samuels or Bill Samuels Jr. They could run that. Also Maker's Mark. That's also in the mix. Do we buy that back? Of course, the family sold that out, or do we give it back to them and just say, here, it's privately held. You guys own it again. It's a reset for you. Here you go. Beam. We buy Beam and give that to Freddie. No, he seems to be a real go-getter. If we had super duper money, would we give that company to him? Baumburgers. Of course, Michter's was bought out, and and they not only got the Michter's name, but they got the other names that were affiliated with that brand through the years. So Baumburgers and I forget the other one. What's the other one?
Shanks.
What's that?
Shanks.
Shanks, yeah, that's the other one. So I just buy one of them off of them, the Baumburgers, and say, here you go, Eric, you've got Baumburgers now, if you want it. And then Weller, I know that there's a Weller family member that's out there in the liquor business, and I think that he's already been told to use caution if you're going to use your name on anything. I'd buy the Weller name and a Weller brand and give that to him. So there you go. There's the contenders. Here's how they're going to shape up. So Wathans will be going against T.W. Samuels. Yellowstone will be going against Baumburgers. Weller versus Dant. And finally, Maker's Mark versus Beam. Oh, the classic matchup, two that are owned by the same company there. There you go. All right, round number one looks as follows. Danny, you're going to be first. Would you, if you had Jeff Bezos type of money, and I don't think you do, maybe you do, you just hide it well, I don't know. If you've got that type of money, would you buy Wathans and give it to Turner Wathan, or T.W. Samuels and give that to the Samuels family?
This is kind of hard because, it's just hard to figure out who would be deserving enough to get their brand back.
Right.
But so far of what they are all doing, all their products are good so far. So, so like I said, it would be the hardest to figure out who would actually be that deserving of it. But let's go with Turner.
Turner. Okay. Turner goes up 1-0 over the Samuels family. Next up is Lenny. Lenny, what do you think? Would you get buy Wathans and give it to Turner, or would you go get T.W. Samuels and give that to the Samuels family?
I mean, I guess my mind, be it with this one or all of them, kind of goes to what would be the most impactful. I feel like the Samuels family kind of is. I mean, it has nothing to do with who's well enough off, but
right,
they've got their hands full, even though ownership isn't quite the same anymore. But I think if I understand right, or under, the Wathan brand is within Turner's family. It's just maybe a cousin or a second cousin.
Yes, correct.
So if they could be compensated for that brand, and Turner could then have an offshoot of not just rum but bourbon, that a long way of saying, I think that'd be kind of cool to give to arrange Wathans over to the Turner and see what he could do with it.
Right.
So, yeah. Long answer for a short.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Luke, what do you think? Wathans or T.W. Samuels? Which one would you buy and give back to the family?
I'm certainly not going to take as long of an answer as Danny and Lenny. Turner, without hands down. I mean, he's young. He's going to take this brand and go. And I love Turner. Jeez, give him a break.
Right. Right. Yeah. Turner, I just talked to him this week where we're trying to work on a barrel pick with him, which would be cool. And really, we have to, Danny, I think your wife's on the phone there, so I'm going to have to mute Danny there. wife's working on some Saturday night plans. So yeah, yes, but yeah, Turner is he's invested in his company. It'd be cool to really throw him a bone. I like your choice there. So all right, that means next up is going to be a Yellowstone, and to give it to Steve Beam, and then Bomburgers to Eric Wolf. Which of those two do you think would be the choice to do? Lenny, you're first.
I know you qualified this, but I don't understand. So does Steve Beam not have Yellowstone?
He does, kind of. I mean, he gets to run the brand, but he had to give up 51% of his distillery to get that. So he no longer actually owns Limestone Branch, which owns Yellowstone. So he gets to curate. He gets to make all the decisions and do all that. I'm saying I would give that to him and get rid of all the stipulations. Hey, this is just yours. This was your dream to have this. Would you like to have that back?
Okay, I see. I think that there's a little more. I'm drawn to the heritage and, I don't know, for lack of better terms, like almost romance of, Bomburgers and, like what happened in Pennsylvania with that. And I'd like to see a little more attention there. So
okay,
I would go in that direction.
Okay, that means Eric Wolf and Bomburgers goes up 1-0. All right, next up is Luke.
Without a doubt, as much as I like Steve Beam, give it to Eric Wolf.
Yeah,
and let that generation.
Yep.
Bring that back into the new era and let them have it. I'm all about
that Pennsylvania heritage. I agree.
Yep.
All right, McNew, you're next. Bomburgers is up 2-0 with Eric Wolf about to get his company back versus Yellowstone and Steve Beam.
I'm going to give Steve Beam some love. He's doing great things. He's really doing it all. I think he should have more ownership in it.
Yeah. Yeah, it hurts me to the core that Steve Beam doesn't have that. But at the same time, Steve Beam's done well. He's made his life comfortable. It was a struggle, opening his distillery and all that. And now he doesn't have to worry about those things anymore because, he's got a situation where, it's comfortable. Now he has a corporate structure behind him. Now he had a bigger one with Luxco. Now he has even a bigger one with MGP. And I think he's fine. He's kind of more at the tail end of his career anyway, whereas Eric Wolf is kind of just getting going. And I love the idea of Eric Wolf, who's very committed to Pennsylvania. And this would give him some heritage. I don't even know if he changes the name of his company. Maybe he keeps it Stolen Wolf, but one of the brands that he has under that flagship is Bomburgers, and that's fine. Whatever he wants to do with it, I think would be cool, and I would definitely vote for Bomburgers and give that to Eric Wolf. So that means that that one moves on, Bomburgers to Eric Wolf. All right. Next up is Weller, given to the Weller family, and J.W. Dant to Wally Dant. Round number 3. Luke, you're first.
Of all of them, this is the one I thought of as more difficult to decide, but I like Wally Dant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Okay. Wally Dant goes up 1-0. McNew, what do you think?
Wally Dant's done great things with Log Still. Like, he's really made it into this destination to go to, and he definitely deserves to be able to use his family name. So I'm going to go Wally Dant.
Wally Dant. That means Wally Dant goes up 2-0, and I'm going to have to agree. I mean, he's already been involved in some litigation over his use of his name and stuff like that. Let's just give him back that family history because he has invested and he's already put his money up and he's built a distillery and all that. And I know the Weller family is involved in some brands and things like that, but they haven't done those things and made those steps already. So it'd be kind of cool to be able to buy that and say, "Hey, Wally, you're doing great things. Here you go. Here's your family brand back." So we'll go Dant, and Wally Dant means that he moves on. He'll be in the final 4. All right, next up is Maker's Mark, the big company. We talked about T.W. Samuels before, but what about the big company? Would you do that and give that to the Samuels family, or would you do Beam and give that to Freddie No? Again, Freddie No being the young guy. Obviously, he's doing some great things already, but what if he just had no stipulations? He just owned it. That would be pretty cool. So there you go. Out of those two, which one would you buy and give Maker's Mark to the Samuels family or Beam to Freddie No? McNew, you're first.
So I think it's funny that they both have the same owners, but
right. Yeah.
The Samuels, like, If they wanted to own it, I think they could. But I would like to see Freddie have more freedom because he's already pretty creative, but he has this whole corporate head over him where maybe he can't do everything he's capable of. So I would definitely give it back to Freddie.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so too. I mean, I feel like that the Beam move was made many years ago. We're talking before Fred and Freddie and all that. Whereas, the Samuels move happened, and I'm sure, Bill Jr. was old enough where he was probably involved in some of those discussions, and and they found a comfortable place. I think they're in good shape. I really like what they've got going on. That Beam thing, though, Freddie is so unique and creative, and the way he's even dedicated to small craft whiskey. I mean, for gosh sakes, they just released a 2-year-old. Who's ever had a 2-year-old whiskey that's good? That's come from a heritage brand before. I mean, he's doing some crazy good things. So I'd love to see what he could do with no constraints at all. He owned the company, so I would buy Beam and give that to Freddie. No. All right. Our final four looks like this: Wathen's going to Turner Wathen, Baumburgers going to Eric Wolf, Dant going to Wally Dant, and then Beam going to Freddie. No. That's our final four. Round number 5. I'm going to be first. Wathen's or Baumburgers? Boy, they're both so dedicated to their unique respective histories. I mean, nobody tells that story of the Wathens family better than Turner Wathen. And then when you talk about Pennsylvania whiskey, Eric Wolf is very involved in that. And of course, I got to give him credit for, finding Dick Stoll, and helping resurrect his career, bringing him back into the whiskey business, at the tail end of his life. Very cool stuff. While I like both of these guys, Turner's doing great things in the rum business. The biggest move would be for him because he doesn't have a distillery or anything like that. For sure, I know that Eric Wolf could really make the most of this, and he does have a distillery, and it's a small place. Maybe this could really help, maybe make a big difference for them. So I'm going to say, if I had the money, I would buy Baumburgers and give that to Eric Wolf in this example. So nothing against Turner. Gosh, I love that guy. So, Danny, you're next.
I'm going to say Baumburgers.
Baumburgers goes up 2 zip. Lenny, what do you think?
I agree with all the points made. I've kind of got a soft spot for Pennsylvania. I spent half my life there, so I'll go with Baumburgers and Eric's operation.
All right. Okay. That means Baumburgers with Eric Wolf moves to the finale. Now we've got Dant. JW Dant, and give that to Wally Dant, and then Beam and give that to Freddie. No. Round number 6. Danny, what do you think?
I'm going to go with Freddie.
Freddie goes up 1-0. Lenny, what do you think?
So it was between Freddie No and Beam and Wally Dant and the Dant.
JW Dant, yeah.
JW Dant. If I looked at this whole list and picked one, I don't know, maybe I'm showing my cards, but I think that's the one with regards to Log Still Distillery, which I get it, but certainly it should be called JW Dant Distillery or Dant Distillery. I know it's kind of Dant Crossing. So that's the one. I think they need the name more than anyone else, and it makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
I can never remember Log Still.
Right. Okay. So we're split so far. We've got 1-1. Luke, you're next. What do you think? JW Dant to Wally Dant or Jim Beam to Freddie No?
I love Freddie and everything he's doing and where he's going to go. But I agree with Lenny. There's a lot of history there, and give Wally the opportunity to do it. I would buy it, give it to him.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that means that Wally Dant is on the verge of closing this thing out. He's up 2-1 over Freddie No. McNew, you're next.
This one's hard because I like both of them. But I think, Freddie No is going to do just fine in Beam. He might even split off and do his own thing someday. I think he could have that opportunity. But I agree with Lenny where it's Log Still and you don't really remember that. They deserve to have that family name and that history there that draws people in. So I'm going to go Wally Dant.
Wally Dant. There you go. So our finale looks like this. This is tough. This is a really tough one. Baumburgers, giving it to Eric Wolf. Or JW Dant, and give that to Wally Dant. Round number 7. Lenny, you're first.
I'll keep it short. I'll stick with the Dant gifting.
Okay.
Bezos
All right.
money.
All right. Wally Dant and the JW Dant brand goes up 1-0. Luke, what do you think?
Both legitimate recipients if we could give it to both, but that Pennsylvania heritage needs to be brought back, and I would give it to Eric Wolf.
Eric Wolf. Okay. That means Eric Wolf has tied it up. McNew, what do you think? Baumburgers and Eric Wolf, or Dant and Wally Dant?
I'm a billionaire. Can't I buy both? I'm going to stick with Wally Dant, though.
Wally Dant. Yeah. Well, this is a tough one because it's like Wally Dant really needs that. If you did this, I mean, Wally Dant is a very successful business person, multimillionaire, but he's got he doesn't have the one thing that he truly needs right now. And that's the big name that goes with the distillery he's got. He doesn't have that. That would be a heck of a gift to give him. That being said, I got to go back to what Luke said, though. I mean, I think Wally Dant ultimately is going to be fine. He's got the resources. He's got the team there. He's got a beautiful distillery that's got a lot going for it. Whereas Eric Wolf has got a small place, struggling. This would make a difference for him, and he could make the most of that and really bring back some of that great history, because Pennsylvania is almost forgotten when it comes to distilling history at this point. And they were the center of the American whiskey world at one point, and that's a shame. And I don't know anybody who's more committed to that history than Eric Wolf, but he just doesn't have the tools. And he's had same thing, like we talked about litigation. He's had litigation trying to use some of these historic names. So this would be a cool gift to give him. So I'm going to tie this thing up. Means it gets tossed to Danny for the time. Everything that we've done, Danny, forget it. It doesn't even matter. We could have started the show and just hit record and say, Danny, Eric Wolf and Baumburgers, or JW Dant and Wally Dant, and that would have been the show. So it all comes down to this. You get to control everything here. What do you think?
Oh, let's see here. I say give Baumburgers to Eric Wolf.
Give Baumburgers their Wolf. There you go. There you go. Beautifully stated, Danny. There you go. There it is. So Eric Wolf would get back Baumburgers if all of a sudden we wake up one day and we got Jeff Bezos type of money. Yeah, that's what we're going to do as a team. We've all decided that whatever this outcome was, that any of us would do it. So that would be cool. Wouldn't that be cool though, to have that kind of Jeff Bezos money and be like, hey, Joe Malioko, you've got cool names already. We're not taking your flagship nectars. You can keep Shanks too. We want the Baumburgers. What's it going to cost? And they'll be like, oh, it's not for sale. Oh, let's talk about this.
It's probably for sale.
Yeah. And then
just buy them all and give them all to everybody.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
On Freddie Mills Day.
On Freddie Mills Day. Yeah.
Exactly.
29th, folks. Get ready. It's going to be a
This
big
is the
celebration.
gift. I wanted it to be a gift giving day. We give distilleries on this day.
Oh, yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Years.
That'd be kind of cool.
Give me a distillery. I'll love you forever.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Danny, you're getting a day every 4 years.
Right.
There's
That's
only
enough.
so much you can ask
Right.
for. Okay?
Right. Yeah.
What?
There's only so much we can do.
Come on, McNew had the perfect idea. Give distilleries. So
Giving distilleries.
Wouldn't that be cool? Like, I don't know what Jeff Bezos does with this money. This would be something really cool to do with your money.
He gets his yachts stuck in unpleasant places, apparently. Like in Denmark.
In Denmark, okay. Yeah, so there you go. All right, well, there it is. That's what we would do if we get that Jeff Bezos type of money. All right, we'll wrap this one up, as we always do, by talking about where people can find us. Danny, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
you can find me at Danny Kennard on Facebook, or I'm here as Freddie Mills.
Yeah, at the ABV Barrel Shop. His fans, are they're there. So, all right. Lenny, how about you?
You can find me and the rest of Deerhammer on social media at Deerhammer, on the web at deerhammer.com, where you can order our whiskey shipped to your door. And you can come visit us in beautiful Buena Vista, Colorado.
All right, Luke.
Yes, you can find me at Santa Fe Boutique Wines on Instagram, and Luke Otero at Santa Fe Boutique Wines.com. And I am actually on LinkedIn now. So
oh wow.
just find Luke Otero on LinkedIn. Stephanie, I know you're on there, so give me a holler.
Yeah. So I never checked this, but I got your notification and I hopped on to connect with you. I have not used it in years. Mine is not up to date.
All right.
We got to get that up to date, first of all. Now, I mean, Luke's on there, for God's sakes. So get your act together, McNew. Yeah.
Oh, gosh. I got to add 5 more jobs.
Yeah. Yeah. That's just last year. All right. McNew, how about you? Where can people find you?
I am on Instagram at McNew ABV.
All right. For me, I'm an easy guy to find at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. The important website, though, that's abvnetwork.com. Check it out because everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more. abvnetwork.com. And, of course, come by and see us, the ABV Barrel Shop, the Greater St. Louis metro region of Arnold, Missouri. Come by and check us out, or at least sign up for our email notifications at abvbarrelshop.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
All right, great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Later.
See you guys.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you want to experiment on the stove in your kitchen or you're looking for a bigger setup in your backyard, owner Russell Creed and his team can help. They have multiple still offerings, accessories, and even grain from their partners at Goldstone Mill to assist you in making whiskey on par with your favorite distillery. They can also help you with some fabricated parts you probably can't make yourself if you are attempting a DIY still project. Learn more or order your still or parts at moonshinestillpro.com. Another friend of ours is the Goldstein family at Goldstone Mill. The Goldsteins offer a variety of heritage and heirloom grains to make the finest whiskeys in the world. Plus, they are more than just a grain company. They are truly consultants to make sure the grains they are providing to you or your business meet your highest expectations. Additionally, they work with mills around the country, ensuring shipping is as low as possible for their customers. If you're a distillery, brewery, or even doing this at home, Goldstone can assist you. Check them out at goldstonemill.com, call them at 217-254-6613, or check in via email at hello@goldstonemill.com. Last but not least is the ABV Barrel Shop. While we don't get to play in the allocated bourbon game because we aren't selling the other products you have to do to get those, we do have access via our friendships in the bourbon industry to some really cool stuff. Have you ever seen your favorite craft distiller selling some really cool limited offerings only in their gift shop? I'm talking things like the Hazmat offering Distillery 291 did for their 10th anniversary, or Neely Family Distillery's Papaw's birthday barrel. They don't have enough of it to send it out to distributors, so they only sell it via their gift shop. Well, companies like Distillery 291 and Neely Family Distillery have agreed to sell us 2 or 3 cases of these offerings moving forward, meaning our store will have the access to some of the rarest whiskeys in the world. Way more difficult to come by than the allocated bourbon offerings with a national release. Yes, they will be extremely tough to come by, but if you're a customer of our store, you'll have a chance to get them. Get signed up for our email or text list over at abvbarrelshop.com so you don't miss out.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.